Hello and welcome everyone. It is time to enter the Kumite. This is not a sport. I repeat, this is not a sport. You don't play fight. I'm joined today by our technical engineer, the Navajo Ninja himself, Sean Myers. Today we'll be bringing Guram Kutateladze into the arena. But first, if you enjoy the content we're creating, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Guram Kutateladze. What can I say about this fighter? Well, let's start by getting into his background. Who is he? Where is he from? What has he accomplished? Guram is a Georgian fighter, Georgian and mixed Scandinavian. He lives in Sweden today. He's on a 9-fight win streak. His current record is 12-2. He's fought in a plethora of different organizations. He's fought in just about a different organization in almost every fight, going back through his track record. He's currently training in Sweden with Alexander Gustafsson, Khamzat Chimaev. Yeah, they're getting a really good team together. His most recent fight was against Mateusz Gamrot. It was a very close split decision win in his legendary debut. I do have a feeling that they will be seeing each other again. I think Guram and Mateusz are both top prospects, and at least one of them will be fighting for the title someday soon. He's very close with Khamzat Chimaev. He calls him his brother. I mean, a lot of the people from that side of the world, that region, very familiar with the terminology brother. But they're very close. He claims to have been in 700 to 800 individual combat matches. That include wrestling, submission, grappling, MMA as a kid. I mean, there's even footage, in the web somewhere where he gets caught in an armbar by another kid. He's about 9 or 10 years old. It's a black and white photo, and he actually gets all the ligaments torn in his arm from that fight. And he gets rushed to the hospital. Yeah, this is a different kind of person. He's cut from a different cloth. He's been fighting his whole life, and you can see it in the way that he's built and just the way that his body takes, incoming impact. Future plans. He's got an upcoming fight with Don Madge on July 17th. I want to see him fight Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett is about to be coming over to UFC. He just signed. But Paddy on Twitter he actually said some pretty disgusting things. I don't know where exactly it came from, but the quote is, "Lad, how stupid are these Georgians, man? No wonder the Russians terrorize their lives." Pimblett's referring to the Russo-Georgian War in 2008. This pissed off a lot of Georgian fighters, especially Guram. Guram's been, on a couple podcasts, and he kind of talks about this. And you don't need to be bringing these kind of politics into the fight game. You're not a historian, you're a fighter. And Guram wants that fight. Unfortunately, Pimblett's saying that he's likely going to be joining the featherweight division. I would like to see that fight with a little bit of bad blood. It'd be really nice. The fight with Don Madge coming up. Make sure to look out for that on July 17th. So let's do a breakdown. How does he fight? Why is he in the Kumite with us here today? So Guram is an ambidextrous Muay Thai fighter. Right, and he has the Muay Thai movement, defensive reactions. He can literally chop someone down. I'd like to see him and Edson Barboza just take turns kicking each other and see which one falls first. He has one previous fight with a Muay Thai opponent where they're just taking turns kicking each other. Like, it just gets to the point where they both get heated. One takes a leg kick, gets pissed off, throws a leg kick, and they basically just keep going back and forth until Guram crumbles him. That was very interesting to watch. Just, this is the kind of dude who can kick down a banana tree. He's there. His shins are conditioned. He's got snappy kicks. He's got a snappy front kick that he does really well to the face. He even got an Anderson Silva style kind of knockout with it. Um, and you know, he has that Anderson Silva snappy front kick right to the chin, but with better defense. He's still responsible while he's doing all of it. And he's got a nasty switch kick to the body. It's really hard to see it coming just because he creates so many different angles, and he's trying to move laterally. He's really good at not just going forward or backwards and kind of mixing up his movement. What else? He never settles after any sort of exchange. He's always making the next move, adjustment, transition, whatever. If he misses a punch, he's going to go right into clinch. And from clinch, he's going to throw elbows. He's going to be moving your body around. He's going to be throwing knees. He's got really good escape tactics. He's right after any exchange, he's ready to either escape or prepare a counter. He's really good at countering while moving backwards with the Muay Thai stance, which is actually really impressive. And then he's really good at tagging on those follow-up leg or head kicks or switch kick to the body. Obviously he's a very decorated striker, but he's by no means a slouch on the ground. He's a very flexible spider and rubber guard. He likes to go for shoulder locks when on bottom. I don't know if he's doing it to actually try to get the submission. I guarantee, if he feels the submission there, he'll go for it. But I feel like he's doing more for a source of leverage to get back to his feet. He's always moving. He's always shrimping. He's always throwing up some kind of submission. You got to respect that in a fighter when they don't settle on their back, because it's really exhausting to try to keep getting back up on your feet. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a finish with one of these shoulder locks in due time. He's got a really good rubber guard. His legs are very flexible. He can throw them right over the neck. And his spider guard is his legs are so flexible. He can literally generate strength with his legs completely spread apart and keep grown men off of them. Honestly, there's so much more to discuss about this fighter. I'm very excited for his future. I'd like to go into detail about the specific fights and break them down. That's what I'm trying to build to right now with this podcast. We still have a ways to go, guys. Just let us know what you're looking for. If you want more general prospect analysis, detailed fight breakdowns, Q&A sessions, or maybe you just want me to bring guests on to discuss the latest gossip and results. Either way, we can pretty much move in any direction as of right now. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this prospect analysis episode for Guram Kutateladze. Mark my words, this man will be a contender. I'd like to thank our technical engineer, the 940 Ninja himself, Sean Myers. I'd like to thank the fighters for going out there and laying it all on the line. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you, the audience, for entering the Kumite with us here today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, this is not a sport. You don't play fight. Stay gold, Pony Boy.